I'm Arlan, and I have generated millions of dollars in the past decade. But before that, I was broke, okay? And I know what it's like to need a couple $100 in a pinch. So, what I want to do in this video is to show you exactly how to make $200 over the next day or two. Are you ready? Okay. The first thing you're going to do is I'm going to pull up this website. You're going to go to bumpsell.co. Bumpsell.co is an amazing website. I am not an affiliate. I do not get paid if you go to this site. I'm just telling you about it because I love it so much. If you look at this, actually, so at the top of it tells you all about it. So you can create a button and sell something using incremental pricing. What that means is you can start something at $1 and then charge $1 more for the next person who purchases, then another dollar, so that it's $1 for the first purchase. The second person comes in, they pay two, and so on. So it's kind of gamified. It's really interesting and it adds up. So we'll use their calculator here and you'll see my face is right there because I'm such a big customer of this. I love it so much. I've probably used it maybe 12 times in the past 2 or 3 years because it's so cool. You don't want to use it every week. You don't want to cannibalize your audience, but you do want to use it during a special occasion or if you need something in a hurry. So you go to this calculator. Let's say we're going to start it at $1. We're going to have a bump amount for $1 in increments of $1. And then 20 purchases gets you $210, give or take $1 or two. 20. So imagine you have a course, an online course, and it normally costs $200. And you have sold a few of those in the past, or you've not sold them, but you haven't sold them recently. And so it's just sitting there collecting dust, but you know it has a lot of value. What you could do is have a special sale, a holiday sale, a birthday sale, something to celebrate. Or you could just say, I'm doing this because it's my summer sale or it's my fall sale. And you could start the amount at $1 and then the next one is two. And you explain this to your audience. You explain how a bump sale works. They'll get really excited about it and they'll jump on the link and they'll try to get it at a lower price. If you have just 20 people from your mailing list, from your social, from your group that you're in, your Facebook group, if you have just 20 people, you made $200 just like that. Now, if the course normally costs 200 and I can get it for 7, you know I'm going to try it, right? So what this does is when you go here, you click on the start for free button. What it's going to do is take you over to link up your Stripe account. You click connect and then your Stripe account is connected to it. You're going to type in a couple of things like what color do you want the button to be? How much do you want to do the increments? And then it will create 2 lines of code. You do not have to know how to code. I certainly do not. And it'll give you 2 lines of code that you copy and paste into a teachable page or into your card. If you use CARRD.com, I think it's .com or .co, they help you have free, beautiful landing pages. And I don't get paid for that either. I'm just telling you about it. Yeah, so if you do that, and you have a landing page and you have something that you want to sell, either it's something you already have that's collecting dust that's very valuable, or it's something that you build for this. You can take the next couple of hours, record some Zooms or some Looms, and have a 30-minute course that is valuable for someone. Make it and with the mindset of this should be worth $100 or worth $200 and then do a bump sale. Now, of course, you can do a starting price of something else. Like you could start at 10 and have increments of 2 and you see how the numbers change. But I have to say, every single time that I have done this with $1 as the starting price and $1 as the bump price, it has done the best for me. I tried doing it with a $2 bump amount one time and it just flopped for some reason. So if you start it at 1, go up by 1, and you just want to make a couple $100, this is what happens. Let me show you if you want to get a little bit more aspirational. Like if you have a mailing list of 1,000+ people, or you have a large following, and you have a very valuable thing that you know that normally would cost $300, $400, and that you're willing to do this experiment with, what happens if you sell 100 of those? $5,000. I did this the first time I did this in, what was it, 2022? I think it was 2022. It might have been even sooner than that, earlier than that. I did about this many. I made more than $30,000 And I talked about it in a podcast episode because I was just like blown away. But that's not necessarily what's going to happen to you. What can happen to you, though, is that that happens and that gets really interesting. Or this happens and that gets really interesting. And so, what you can do is experiment with it. I would say have fun with it. Don't do this out of desperation. If you do it out of desperation and it doesn't work, you're going to feel worse. Do it as I'm curious. I want to see how this would work. Do it with your group and not at them. You want to make them part of it. You can say, look, I just discovered bumpsell.co. You can go use it too. But right now, what I'm doing with bumpsell.co is I'm giving you this wonderful, fill in the blank here. It could be a course. It could be, hey, I'm going to have an online group coaching session next week, and tickets normally cost $50, but the first 20 people who do my bump sale will get it for $6, $15, etc. Right? Teach them how this works, make them part of it, and make them understand that it's really cool and fun and valuable. They'll see the value in it and they'll come to the page. If you're having any trouble with it, it's either that the offer isn't something that's really valuable to someone, or it's that they don't understand how it works. And you can help them understand both in your announcement of it and in your landing page messaging. Now, how do you get the people the product to deliver? Well, after they've done the sale, like as they buy it, you'll start to get notifications. And those are really fun to get, by the way. $1, $2, $3. You'll start to get notifications. What you can do is, especially with a number like 15 or 20, is that you can then write back to them in an email, and hopefully they have done the right email for themselves. You can write back to them and you can tell them, okay, this is how this is the code that you use to get in. This is the discount code or the free code, and that's how you do it. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that you go out there in the comments. Let me know if you're going to do this, if you've ever heard of bumpsale.co, or if it worked for you. Let us know so we can see it. And put the link to your bump sale in the comments and I will check it out and the rest of us will too. Let's see what you make happen.